Here are my picks for week 18 of the NFL season. I'm picking every game all season long and challenging all of you to beat me. I'll let you know how you can join the Pick'ems Challenge for a chance to win this week's grand prize at the end of the video. So stick around, think about your picks while I give you my picks. Can you believe that the season's already over? I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of glad that the Chargers season is over, but sad that I'm not gonna have football on Sundays for much longer. Like this Cleveland Browns versus Cincinnati Bengals game. I think the Browns put a stamp on a crazy season and head into the playoffs still red hot and taking down the Bengals. The Lions have a choice to make. Do they play for a higher seed, or do they just be happy with the division title and the one home playoff game that they've already won and make sure that everyone stays healthy going into the playoff? Me personally, I'd make sure everyone stays healthy going into the playoffs if I was the Detroit Lions. Who knows? It might be another fucking 50 years before you win the division again. But I think that's not going to be Dan Campbell's mindset at all. I think the Lions will play their starters for at least the first half, maybe into the third quarter, and they grow a large enough lead to sit them down. Sorry, Vikings fans. The 1% chance ain't gonna happen. Next, the Bears are going to Green Bay to play the Packers. And while the Packers have something to play for, and the Bears are basically just hurting their second pick in the first round's draft position, I think that the way Justin Fields has been playing and his tryout for the other teams that are probably going to acquire him, that I can trust Fields to get this win to end the season. The Jacksonville Jaguars are going to Tennessee to play the Titans. The Jags win, they win the division. But the Jags lose, they lose the division and potentially lose their playoff spot. They're a super banged up team. This is definitely a game that has upset alert, but I'm going to trust Doug Peterson and Trevor Lawrence to get job done. Which brings me to the other AFC South game. If the Jaguars win their game, this game will also be for the final playoff spot in the AFC. Well, depending on how the Miami Buffalo game also goes. I'm rocking with Houston, man. I trust their defense a lot more than I trust the Indy defense. And there's just something about this Texans team. I know the NFL wants to see them in the playoffs. So do I. Denver's on what, like a 9-game losing streak to the Raiders or something? I say it extends to 10. I'll take the Raiders in the last week. Fuck it. Brings me to Buffalo on the road in Miami. Mike's game of the week, because it is for the AFC East Championship. It is for the second seed in the AFC. Home field advantage against every team except for the Ravens. Miami has been on a skid. They have slid out of this position where they were going to win the AFC East with ease. And Buffalo has been red hot, on fire, to a point that I think they beat a banged up Miami team in the final week to steal the division. The Jets are going on the road to also try and end their losing streak to the Patriots. Theirs is much longer. I think 16 games if the Patriots win this. I need the Patriots to win also, because I would like the Chargers to get as high draft positioning when they lose to the Chiefs as possible. So I'm going to be biased with this pick. My whole seasons went to shit anyways. I ain't breaking any records with this record, I'll tell you that. Give me the Patriots. Which brings me to the Atlanta-New Orleans game. Both teams playing for their lives. Logically, the New Orleans Saints should win this game, but logically, they should have won a bunch of fucking games that they lost this year. Atlanta is a desperate team. I think that desperate team pulls out the win. Now, will the Buccaneers lose? I don't think so. Spoilers again. Give me the Seahawks over the Cardinals. Come on, Pete Carroll. Get this team over the hump and into the playoffs. And I'm going to take Carson Wentz and the Rams to go in and beat the 49ers. This Dallas-Washington game is interesting if Jacoby Brissett was the starter, but now knowing that Sam Howell is in, I think he's going to throw a few interceptions in the first half. I'll take Dallas. And by the way, that wins the NFC East for them boys over the Eagles. Well, I think we'll also win their game, but ultimately be playing in the wild card this year. That's my picks. Now go send in your picks. Like I said, it is the final weekly Pick'ems challenge of the season. So we're doing a winner takes all. Whoever wins gets the whole pot. Links in my bio if you'd like to join any of my Pick'ems challenge. What's my final record on the season gonna be, y'all? Let me know in the comments.